It's close enough.
Hey everyone, new episode of the Nap Time podcast. This is our 4th episode that we are recording. We're going to be doing some NBA playoff predictions today. We are filming this the morning.
It's my birthday.
Okay, I was going to get to that.
It's my birthday.
Okay, Mr. Everything Has to Be About Me
It's
wants
my
to get
birthday.
that out of the Yes, it is
It's
Matthew's
my fucking birthday.
Well,
Well, it was my birthday.
it was his birthday yesterday.
It's my birthday.
By the time you see this, it will be his
It's my
birthday,
afterbirth
like a
day.
afterbirth.
We're celebrating today. So
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, since it's your birthday,
my
you want
day.
after you want the floor, just whatever it is you feel compelled to tell people.
I don't know. Like, just what are we doing again? Oh yeah, we're
Today?
doing the playoffs. NBA playoffs start today.
Yep.
And the Bucks are trash. Booty cheek ass.
Well, let's start with like
Mm-hmm.
start with our prediction. Do you want to start with like the first seeds and then move like to the middle where it's like more interesting?
I mean, both the first seeds are gonna win.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just get this out of the way, right? Like
Thunder.
Cavs versus Heat. That's the 1 versus 8. Cavs in 4.
Cavs in 4.
Lakers in 5. They're gonna sweep that. Pretty easy because the Cavs are really good and the Heat are
Really
not really good.
The Heat are a basketball team.
They are a basketball team with
They are
basketball
A
players.
basketball team.
Yeah, no, they
A
are.
basketball
They
team.
They are a basketball team, but
I mean,
they're not a really good basketball team. And Cleveland has they're like going on like almost 65 wins. Like they're amazing. They're gonna sweep probably. Celtics versus Magic.
it's not even Celtics in 4.
Yeah,
I mean,
Celtics
they
in
don't even have
4.
Jalen Suggs, so who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Dude, the Magic cannot shoot threes at all.
The Magic can't. What can the Magic do?
They're good on defense.
Really
Good on defense.
Whatever.
And then
Remember
Paolo
when
and
everyone,
Franz can do
remember
stuff.
when everybody was freaking out because KCP left the Nuggets?
Ooh, okay. I guess.
I mean, now he's
Have
ass
I
cheeks.
already talked about how like
He's booty ass.
well like even on the Nuggets, I think people were like acting like this guy was some like top 50 like elite role player type dude, and I was always thinking like, really, like I think it was just the Jokic of it all that made him look so good.
Yeah, as soon as he gets away from Jokic,
when he was
cheeks.
just like a pretty good, like I don't think he's a starter level player. Hold on, gotta respond to Dad's text.
I'm gonna look up KCP's stats real quick.
Yeah, you do that.
Wow. Oof. Ooh.
I just know that
It's not
and I
very
mean,
good.
to give
Not
him a
very
little benefit
good.
of the doubt, he's not working with nearly the same playmaking or spacing. Like he's like one of their only shooters, but like also, if he was the kind of guy that everyone was saying he would be, he'd still be good on this team, and he
He's
hasn't
not
been.
even bad. I mean, really.
I know, he's
averaging
fine.
8 points per game. He's shooting 34% from 3.
34
From 40 last year.
Yeah, that's not very good.
KCP
I mean, it's okay, but for a guy
washed.
whose like main thing is you literally like you play defense and you shoot threes. That's it. And like one of those things you're doing at
Well, you play defense.
is that below average?
That's below
level?
average. Average is 36.
Slightly below average. So
Yeah,
Um,
so that doesn't really matter. The
Yeah.
Thunder are gonna win. Whatever.
and probably in
Thun-
4 too.
Thunder in 4.
Now when we get to teams that are actually interesting, so
Warriors beat the Rockets in 6.
Okay, we don't need to like speed run through this.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying because it's really important.
I know you're-
Warriors beat Rockets in 6.
That one's I think I do agree with that, but I think we could at least like talk about the
Well, yeah,
series
talk
a little.
about it.
Okay, yeah. So the thing with the Rockets are like a really good defensive team right now, and they're really good in like transition, but they are not a good half court offense, and that's pretty important for the playoffs. Like
Yeah, I'm trying to get mine off the thing. I don't want my microphone on this thing anymore.
the Rockets are not a good half-court offense team right now. So that's probably going to bite them in the ass because, yeah, playoffs, there's a lot more of the half-court offense than the transition stuff. And also, just the obvious, they don't have a Stephen Curry or anyone even, like, close to that. Jalen Green's interesting. Amen, Sengun, like, they're all good. They can all give you, like, some big games, but yeah, okay. I mean, you can just leave that up for now. I'm sorry. Matthew didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so he's a little antsy. All right.
I am not antsy.
Anyway,
I'm perfectly fine.
I do think this, though. If the Rockets can somehow, like, drag this series out to, like, a full 7 games, I think that might be the best, like, shot that they have, just because they do have, like, the advantage of, like, youth and, like...
But they don't have the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors!
How much of like playoff Jimmy do you think we're getting? I mean, he had 30,
like
in
35 in the playing game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we're gonna get playoff Jimmy. I think he's like fine now. Now he's like not being a bitch anymore, and he's like, okay, I'll play. I'll play basketball. I'll do my job.
It's interesting seeing him as like the second option now. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely guessing that he's going to like up his production, like he always does. And with that being the case, that means the Rockets probably don't have anyone as good as Steph or Jimmy.
No, they do not.
So, sorry, Amen Thompson super fans. He's great, but it's not yet.
He's no Stephen Curry.
No Stephen Curry. So yeah, I agree. Warriors in 6, maybe even like 5. But. And I know that a lot of people are gonna say that's like disrespect to the Rockets because they are the 2 seed and all. Yeah, remember.
I don't really care.
It's a 4-game difference between like the 2 and.
There's a 3-way tie between 4 and 6.
Yeah, it's like these teams are close, and like the Warriors were not good.
And the Warriors sucked
before the Jimmy
fat chick
trade.
Shit cheeks.
Like if they had, honestly like the Warriors if they had
Jimmy at the beginning of the year, they're probably fucking
like 55 wins or something.
Third, fourth,
second in the West, I think easily. Honestly.
Maybe second.
The way they were been playing since the Jimmy trade.
I guess, yeah. You got a bit of
and then
Lakers in 5. Timberwolves.
Lakers versus
Timberwolves. Timberwolves. They're so old, out of controls. Lakers in 5.
Is that so are you actually saying Lakers in 5?
Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
Are you actually doing
Lakers?
Are you doing the Shannon Sharp meme, or is this your prediction?
My prediction is Lakers in 5.
Okay.
Of course it is.
I think Lakers in 7. I do think they're going to win.
Lakers in 5.
Can I please talk?
Lakers in 5.
I think that they're going to win this series, but I don't think it's going to be easy. Timberwolves are a big team. They got
Jackson Hayes, baby.
Jackson
motherfucking Hayes.
I don't think Jackson Hayes is going to have a good time in this
He's been good. Luka made him good.
Okay, but is he going to be good in 7 games or in like 7 games against Rudy Gobert?
Rudy Gobert's washed.
Against Jackson Hayes, I think he can manage, okay?
Jackson Hayes is like...
Rudy Gobert's not even washed.
Okay, he's not washed. But Jackson Hayes is basically like, Rudy Gobert.
An elite defender.
Like. Rudy Gobert is just Jackson Hayes with a French accent. Like, what are we talking about here, bro?
Yeah, you're right. If that was true, the Lakers would just win the playoffs, I think.
How much do you think the Lakers regret not having Mark Williams? Because they were like, oh my God, I can't believe we traded him. Traded for him.
I mean, I think, honestly, Mark Williams, I think, is, like, maybe, like, one of the big, like, missing pieces here. Like, I think if that went through, they'd be a way better team.
I don't know why they vetoed the trade. They just got, like, freaked out. The Lakers? Yeah, it was the Lakers.
I thought they just couldn't let, like, the league did that.
No, it was the Lakers. The Lakers doctors were like, no.
I mean, Mark Williams, he finished the year out with the Hornets, didn't he?
Yeah, he was fine. They just didn't. Dude, he's shooting Jackson Hayes is shooting 73% from 2-point range.
I mean, yeah, LeBron and Luka are feeding him
72% field goal percentage. This guy's amazing.
He's
That's
playing
higher field
next
goal percentage
two of
than
the best passers in the league right now. And it's gonna be a little different though when he's facing like one.
Yeah, because he's
top
playing with
rim protector.
Lego.
Okay, we already had this.
He's
debate.
playing with Lego.
I think that I do still think they're gonna win, but it's gonna be like 7 games probably. Because Luka did like tear this team apart last year. Honestly, though, if they didn't make the cat trade, I think the Timberwolves would win this one.
Wait, Rudy Gobert was Defensive Player of the Year last year?
Yeah.
Am I insane? Why do I not remember
It was him.
this?
It was him and Wemby.
Why do I not remember this?
I don't know. Maybe you have bad memory.
Whatever.
Lakers in 5. Okay, Lakers in 7 is what I say, and then
that's ass. That prediction is ass.
I literally it's not even like, I'm not even like picking them to lose. I'm just
It's
giving
bad.
the Timberwolves a little bit of respect.
Because the Timberwolves are not the Lakers in 5.
Okay. Moving on to the 4 seed in the West. This is probably the most interesting one to me is the Nuggets versus the Clippers.
I think it goes to 7, but I don't know who wins.
Yeah.
The Nuggets have the best guy in the series and the second place for the MVP because Shea haters can suck a ball sack.
I will
They
say
piss me off.
though, if Kawhi is like fully healthy, like
Oh yeah, I keep
pretty
forgetting that Kawhi.
close. He's pretty close to what.
Yeah, well, I keep
Jokic
forgetting that
was.
Kawhi is just never fully healthy. I really don't even think about Kawhi with the Clippers because I just kind of assume that he's not playing. I assume that he's hurt.
But he's healthy right now, and do I think he's going to be healthy for the full playoff run? No.
If
But
he's healthy for the
can he
series,
be
actually,
healthy
I'm gonna say
for like
Clippers
this?
in
Yeah,
seven.
yeah. I say, can he be healthy for the 6 or 7 games it takes to like win this playoff series? I think yes, and that's why I think I'm going with Clippers in 7. But I really could see this going either way. And also, I gotta give shout-outs to everyone else on the Clippers because they've been awesome. James Harden,
Norman fucking Powell.
Norman Powell, amazing.
If it's a Zubac.
Zubac's has been getting some All NBA buzz from fans.
I mean,
About that.
He's not far off.
I think he's playing at like an all-star level for sure, but
Yeah.
I just can't of the eligible pool. I can't put him in the top 15.
no, he's not.
I think if someone makes All
He's not that
NBA,
far off.
it should be like James Harden, right? He should get the nod for this team because like he's been the leader of it.
Yeah, I guess.
And
so.
I guess that's it's surprising that I'm saying that because coming into the season, I honestly thought James Harden was just washed.
Good job, James Harden.
And even like when it was happening, I'm like, well, he's not shooting really well from the field. But honestly, at this point, it's just like he's been the offensive engine for this team that is, won 50 games with Kawhi being injured for most of it. You kind of have to, it's not Houston James Harden, but like he's still a star, and there's not really any denying that.
He's a good player, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I think I said this with you, but hot take. I think James Harden is better than me at basketball.
Ooh. Yeah, I think.
I'm not scared to admit it.
I think so too.
Okay.
Because you kind of fucking suck.
So then, for the rest of the East first round, we got Pistons versus Knicks. That's the.
This one is gonna be. I like this series. I like this. I think it goes at least 6.
Man, I do think it's gonna be like a good series, like vibe-wise. Like the energy is gonna be great. I also do think that people are kind of underestimating like how good this Knicks team is. I kind of think they're gonna win this in like 5. It definitely could go like 6. It's closer to 6 than 4, but I'm thinking like 5 games, and that's just because. Oh, nice. And by the way, that's not like a diss on Cade because I think Cade is gonna be amazing. But I just don't know who else I trust on this Pistons team.
Zing.
You don't believe that.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, you're not a Cade. You're not even a Cade, dude. I don't know. Why
I'm a cater. I'm a cater.
But like, Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway, Malik Beasley, those are kind of like your like your secondary scoring guys, and they're good for a regular season, just taking the
Malik
pressure
Beasley,
off.
Don't you dare disrespect Malik
No, he's
Beasley.
a great shooter.
He's putting up Klay Thompson numbers, like literally.
Okay.
Klay Thompson.
Okay.
No, he is.
What's he average?
He's making like 5 threes a game on 40-something%.
Okay, but that's just the thing the players do now.
No, it's not.
I'm sure Buddy Hield's probably done that like 5, 6 times.
Shut your dumb ass up. I saw a TikTok about this. He's literally, his numbers are comparable to like Klay Thompson.
Well, Klay didn't average like crazy numbers by modern standards. It was like crazy because he was like the first one to be doing that stuff. But now everyone
Don't
does
disrespect
that.
Malik Beasley. That's the point. Malik Beasley's
he's really good. He's an absolute sniper. I'm just saying, because you gotta remember, like between Mikal Bridges, OG and Anunoby's been amazing.
How many different, like what number of the different jump shots is Mikal Bridges on this year?
What do you mean by that?
Like Mikal Bridges keeps changing. I don't know. He just keeps changing his jump shot. It was dumb.
Like yeah, there was
16
like that weird
points
thing
per
about his form.
game.
I mean, as far as I don't know. I think the jump shot's been going in still for Mikal Bridges. I don't know. I didn't even look at his percentages lately.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges is, or not Mikal Bridges. Malik Beasley's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but like those guys, when you need them to like actually create, and they're being guarded by like Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and like Josh Hart, like 3 of the best like defensive like wings in the league. It's just too much. And then I don't know what they're gonna do against Cat, because
Ron fucking Holland.
Holland is not guarding Cat.
Sure he is. He'll fight him. He'll kill him.
He'll fight him.
Beef
Are you
stew.
talking about Isaiah Stewart? Yeah, Isaiah Stewart might beat up Cat, but like he's gonna cause like a suspension.
Injure him.
I don't think
Dude,
that's.
that would be like that. Honestly, would that even be like? I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but
just like objectively good strategy.
Yeah,
I don't know, maybe.
Because do you remember like when Grayson Allen broke Alex Caruso's hand by like shoving him off a dunk, and he got suspended for 4 games?
Yeah.
Caruso missed a month, and he was the league was like, no.
Yeah, I think if you do something like that, you should be suspended for at least as long as the player is injured.
Yeah, you shouldn't be able to come back until the player can come back.
So I don't know. Maybe like just like going like ham on Towns is like the good strat. I hope it doesn't happen though. That'd be kind of lame if the Knicks lose this because like Isaiah Stewart like.
Dude, but like, is that the new money ball?
Is
Is that the new money ball? Is just like
assault ball.
Get like the big guy, get a big center who's not very good, and just have him like kick the shit out of your player.
The thing is, like, Beef Stew is like not even like I don't think they want to do that even just because like Beef Stew is like good.
Yeah, he's good, but if he can get Cat out, then like
he can kind of space the floor. He's a good defender. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't think
but I'd
they're going
rather
to intentionally injure Cat. I think if that like caught on, the league would crack down like real fast on it. Cause like what the heck?
I'm not saying it's a good thing to do. I'm just saying
I know
it'd
you're
be an
not.
effective strategy.
I don't think they want to go that way. But
They just don't have what it takes to win.
But yeah, I do think
They don't have what it takes.
Well, that's why Knicks in 5.
Oh, did you see that Jordan Peele is making a sports horror movie? About like this quarterback dude. I saw the trailer for it yesterday. It's called Him. Him. And that's what that reminded me of. It's like when it's all like, what do you want to go out? He's like,
What?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, let's talk about our own home team.
Pacers in 6.
Pacers in 6. I like that. So I do.
Bucks are ass cheeks, fucking dick shit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So I hear Dame's coming back.
I don't care.
So I'm gonna say Pacers in 7, but I do think we win this. Because here's the thing. Giannis is Giannis.
Washed.
No, he's not. Shut up.
Giannis is washed.
Giannis is
run and dunk man. No skills.
Okay. Matthew's trolling. Doesn't actually mean that, but
It's like you.
okay. Giannis is gonna like have like a 40-point like triple double for like most of the series, but
More like a 4-point triple double.
he is right that like the rest of this team sucks, especially with Damian Lillard getting.
Okay, but in all seriousness, your third best player is like fucking Kyle Kuzma.
yeah, exactly.
Get out of my face.
I gotta say, like, I didn't like it at the time. I still don't like the trade for the Bucks.
Oh,
In any
yeah, it was like.
I think it's terrible. And I'm not even talking about like the like giving up. Forget like the first that they gave up because that's insane to me. But like just straight up, I would rather have Chris Middleton broken like hobbled like leg as it always has been. Chris Middleton on one leg is more valuable to me than Kyle Kuzma in the playoffs.
I would rather
don't
have
care.
no player than Kyle Kuzma.
I
Kyle Kuzma.
watch us like say all this and Kyle Kuzma turns into like Kobe, Carmelo Anthony.
Absolutely not.
But it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Dude, I remember.
They're going to Kyle Kuzma, like Bobby Portis, and like Kevin Porter Jr. for like their offense outside of Giannis, basically.
Yeah.
And the Pacers, on the other hand, yeah, we don't have a Giannis, but we're a deep ass team. We got like 8 guys who would be easily starting for the Bucks in their current state. Yeah.
Is Kyle Kuzma the worst player in the NBA in terms of how much he negatively affects your team? If you're starting Kyle Kuzma, he is going to take so many shots and score 20 points a game on 30% shooting, and you're never going to win anything ever.
That's an interesting question because like they have to be bad, but they also have to like play enough.
It's like about the ratio of how
them.
bad they are to how much they negatively affect your team. Like I remember watching him in the preseason, betting the under on him and watching him shoot 4 air balls in a row.
Betting the under on Kuzma.
In a preseason.
Hale as
game.
old as time. Yeah, there might be an argument for that.
I think he's the most. I think he might be the least effective, let's say, player in terms of like box plus minus. I don't know. I don't want to look it up, but
yeah,
he is so. I am a forever Kuzma hater. He is my least favorite player. He is so ass.
I don't even feel like that, like strongly negatively about Kuzma personally. He's just never.
It's not personal. He's just
never
dog shit at
very
He's bad at basketball. Requise agrees.
Kuzma like belongs on a team like the Wizards where he can just where he can just chuck up shots on a tanking team.
Is there even like a situation where you want Kyle Kuzma on like if you're building a championship team, is there a role for him?
I mean, he did win as like a bench player for like the 2020 Lakers, so I guess that.
I mean, yeah, but
I guess like as a 6-man.
He had the GOAT.
Whatever. Honestly, Giannis now is like better than LeBron in 2020. I mean, as like a 6-man coming off the bench, that's not even insane. Dude, Giannis won MVP over him that year. He's not gotten any worse. So. But yeah, I mean,
LeBron's also like 57 years old.
He is like, oh, yeah, he's 40, but yeah.
LeBron is like a dinosaur. LeBron is literally a dinosaur.
Yeah.
And he's
LeBron
still doing
right there.
This is LeBron.
You just read your
Don't
cool
touch
book.
my fucking son. Don't touch my son.
You're LeBron James's dad?
No, it's not literally. This is.
Why'd you leave
LeBron.
him, man?
It was a metaphor. It was a metaphor.
Where you been?
It was a metaphor.
Crazy.
For
Anyways.
that LeBron is old like a dinosaur.
Anyways, on to second round predictions.
Requise is gonna do mine.
Okay, Requise, what do you? And we can start where he wants.
Roar! 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 Roar!
So do we have all the same teams advancing so far? I guess we did.
Roar!
That's kind of boring, but.
Roar! 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 Roar!
So let's let's say Thunder versus I guess Clippers.
Thunder and 5.
Thunder and 5. Yeah, probably Thunder in 5. I think just like this is probably where we're gonna start to see Kawhi's like ankles give out.
Nobody's beating the Thunder, bro. It's just
if Kawhi can stay healthy, I think he could take it to 6 or 7 though.
6, 7.
Okay.
I'm
then
a deeply
we have
damaged individual.
Lakers versus Warriors.
Lakers in 5. Okay, no. Lakers in 6, 7.
Is this where I challenge your Lakers?
Challenge
pick?
me, bitch. Do it. Do it.
You
I
know
dare
what?
you. Be wrong.
I'm honestly thinking it might be wrong. It might be wrong. But it feels right. It feels right. Say Stephen Curry is going to the conference finals, and I'll say like 7 games. Yeah.
But like, they have the 2 best players in the series. The Lakers.
Yeah, that's true. But the rest of the team, I like the Warriors' team construction
Did
way
I not
better.
get a bless you for that? What the fuck?
Bless you. Okay. But
I don't care. You have Luka and LeBron. I feel like you're gonna win.
I mean, you're probably right. Honestly, I'm also kind of just saying this because I just don't want to like pick the same thing as you every time. I think that's boring for them.
Because you're a fan. Because you're such a fan
of what?
of me.
Well, no, obviously not because now I'm picking different.
But you're picking different just to pick different.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Because you don't want to look like the fan that you are.
You know what? Fuck it. Warriors sweep.
Okay, dumbass.
Warriors in 7.
You already said Warriors sweep. That's your
fine,
prediction. It's
fine.
locked
You know what?
in.
If I'm right though, that's gonna be really funny.
Yeah, sure.
I do think though, like again, the center is gonna like hurt them because like the Warriors are
Center,
good.
I hardly know her.
The Warriors are good at playing small, and the Warriors aren't really going to make that hard on, or the Lakers aren't really going to be able to make that hard on them because Jackson Hayes isn't like punishing like Draymond Green. Like, yeah, he might be taller.
Well, yeah, but also on the
Draymond
flip,
Green's still bullying him.
there's a flip side to that coin.
And what's that?
That was another Heat quote. But also,
Okay.
yeah, the flip side to that coin is that the Lakers also don't have to worry about not having size because they can match the energy and
Can they match the
charisma.
energy? Can like 40-year-old LeBron
Yes.
like match like the same energy
Yes.
as like
yes.
Jimmy and
Dude, Jimmy's like
Draymond
35 and Steph is 37 and Draymond's like 34. Like those guys are old too.
Okay, but like Draymond
They're
is
no
still
spring
like Draymond
chickens.
might win Defensive Player of the Year, and I don't really.
That's so
agree with
ass.
that.
I hate that.
Oh shoot! You know what? We haven't done our like official. Have we done official awards predictions on these podcasts?
No, we have not.
I guess we'll have to cap it off with that. But like Draymond is like still going hard on defense.
I
like
know
that.
it sucks though that like he's played 20 good games and now they're like he's gonna be the defensive player of the year.
It is.
He's gonna be the defensive player of the
Let's
year.
save this talk for the
My
awards
balls.
talk.
Like,
But
oh my god, it's still Wemby.
it's still.
He leads the league in blocks. He played 30
It literally
games.
can't be Wemby. He
He-
doesn't meet
He led
the
the league in
danger.
blocks and he played like 40 games.
Yeah, and no, you have to play at least like 65.
I don't
or
care. I don't
something
care.
to
That
even
rule is
be-
stupid.
No,
That
it's
rule
not.
is dumb.
No, it's not.
That
I
rule is
know-
dumb.
I know we don't like it.
The
when
rule
we-
is fucking dumb. The rule is stupid.
Look, all I'm saying is it took that rule to get Kawhi to play like 70 games for the first time ever. So Zion played 70 games too since that rule.
I think Zion just got less fat.
Apparently I think he's like listed at his lowest ever weight, which is good.
Yeah.
Okay, Eastern Conference second round. Pacers versus Cavs. Do we want to be big time homers here, or should we just, accept the reality that the Cavs are probably
Cavs in 5.
Yeah, Cavs in 5. I'll say Cavs in 6, just to have a little more faith in my team than the average fan would.
I'm not an average fan, but whatever, you ass cheek motherfucker.
You know what I mean. I think
No.
most people will probably
No.
say like
Well-
Pacers. Yeah. I don't know if there's much to talk about there. I mean, it's the Cavs. I think we all kind of know conference finals is going to be in the East.
Cavs, Celtics. There's really
And
no,
Celtics
it doesn't really
in-
matter.
I don't know. Maybe also like 6.
Cavs in
or
6.
5.
Cavs in 7.
So let's talk about that. Cavs versus Celtics. 'cause that's
Cavs
where-
in 7. I
Cavs
hate
in
the
7.
Celtics. I want them to die. I hope Jason
Well,
Tatum
okay,
gets a
we
brain
all
aneurysm.
hate the Celtics, but do we think the Celtics are going to lose? Let's hear.
I think
Alright, cool.
going back to back is hard.
Going
It's
back to back is hard, but not.
The Cavs have something to lose. They have something to prove. They're hungry.
I mean,
they have that dog in them.
I do still think I wouldn't necessarily say the Celtics don't have something to prove. Like they haven't.
They don't have that dog in them.
They didn't have a real tough road to the finals, or even once they got to the finals. And you know, if you look at Jason Tatum, he didn't play that good. He's still got people.
Yeah, but like
doubting him.
I don't really care about like then they didn't have a tough road because like in like people like Jason Tatum has his ring like.
Yeah, I
Who
know,
cares,
but like
you
people
know?
are still talking shit, like me included. I mean,
Jason Tatum is a dickhead, and I hate him, and he's so annoying, and he brings this stupid kid around everywhere. Like people are gonna care.
look, I mean, I
Like,
don't like Jason Tatum either, but like I don't know,
dumbass kid. Like no one cares.
Look, him being a good dad is not like a negative. I think
don't
the NBA
care.
could use a little more of that. No, real dogs.
Who says
are
he's
like,
a good dad? He's just like walking around with his like. Who cares about his stupid kid? I don't care. That kid was probably a publicity stunt because all that kid does is like walk around with and like get fucking put on Instagram for like being like, Deuce Tatum is in the stadium.
Yeah, that's why Ant's better because he's got that dog in him. He doesn't raise kids.
Does Ant have kids that he's not raising or something? I don't remember.
Dude, there's been like 4 different like DMs leaked with like different ladies about like they're like I'm pregnant and he's like yeah get rid of it. Lol. Like that's literally like
Rip
how he
lol.
is. Like he's like talking about like getting rid of it like he's like in a Call of Duty game chat. He's like get rid of it. LOL. Like,
Lol. Rip.
I ain't trying to do all that.
Well, didn't Jalen Green have like a child and then like he played really well after like he had to like pay child support and then he got asked.
Yeah, there's like I think there's like a somewhat like a phenomenon that people talk about, like where like players get a child and then go Super Saiyan for a bit, dad mode. But Ant's not trying to do that.
He's dedicated. It's called dedication.
Dedication, yeah.
Look it up.
You know, it's kind of funny when there's all the Ant is like secretly MJ's kid like theories. You know, it's like father like son, I guess. Anyways, I think the Celtics are gonna win in like 7. Can you stop hitting me with the mic? Is that not creating feedback?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You really are wired.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro had to go out and get all messed up on his birthday. Can't even.
I did not get messed up on my birthday. I was sober, I swear.
Okay.
I didn't drink anything. I had to drive home. So no, I was not. I'm just tired.
I'm just tired.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
I don't drink and drive. But if I
anyways.
do, I call Saul.
Anyways, so I think Celtics in 7.
Cavs in 7.
I just think that they got the experience. I'm gonna just hold this right here so you can't do anything with it.
Dude,
I have your dinosaur.
give me my son.
Are you gonna behave?
Yes.
behave?
Yes, I'm gonna behave. Give me my fucking son. Alright.
Okay. So, I think the experience is gonna help them out. I think that Kristaps Porzingis is like gonna be huge.
Who the fuck is Dingus Pingus? Who the fuck is Dingus Pingus?
Because I think going like 5 out is probably like how you make it hard on the Celtics. Like they got a really good interior defense, but if you space out the floor, you can sort of not get rid of that advantage, but like sort of mitigate it. And then on the other end, you also have Darius and Donovan Mitchell, kind of small.
If Darius there, is Darius
I'm trying to talk about
Is
like the
Darius
playoffs,
there?
and you are.
Darius there.
Do you need like an Adderall or something? Like what do you need?
I do not need any more
to just
Adderall.
calm down and let me get through this. We're not gonna get through this, dude. All right. So I think the Celtics are also gonna mismatch hunt, like Darius and Donovan, like they usually like to do with teams. Yeah. So I think them in 7, but you know the Cavs definitely could win. I honestly hope they do. I want them to win. I'd much
Please.
rather see them in the finals than the
I
Celtics.
hope the Celtics plane crashes and they have then all their players die.
Okay, that's a joke. Just
In a video
he's
game.
not serious, but
In a video game.
In a video game.
In a Minecraft.
All right, and then, so I guess that is me being actually different from you, because I actually believe that. And then conference finals. What is your prediction? Don't say it.
Lakers in 5.
You really
You
think
could
the
say SGA, PGA, USA. Lakers in 5.
You actually think the Lakers are beating the Oklahoma City Thunder in 5?
Thunder, I hardly know her. And yes.
Okay, well, since one of us is taking this seriously.
OKC, UFC, KFC. Lakers in 5.
I guess I have Thunder versus Warriors. I'm gonna say Thunder in 6. Maybe I'll say 6. I'll say 6. And if it's the Lakers, same thing. That Thunder team is too good. I don't care about the experience. They're like the youngest team that would ever win the finals. All the other teams that were as young as them weren't as good as them.
Lakers in 5.
They don't have a guy
Lakers in
like
5.
By the way, Shea's gonna be great in the playoffs. Like I'm
Lakers in
100%
5.
sure. Can you shut up? I'm going to turn your mic off, so you
The
can.
fuck you will.
Oh, I will unplug it right now.
Stop.
God, this is gonna be such a fucking cluster.
Just because you have bad takes doesn't
Right.
make me the bad guy.
Okay. I mean, the bad take is just not like glazing LeBron as much as you are, but
It's not glaze if it's warranted. What are we
Okay.
talking about here?
Would you? I mean, we'll see how it goes.
What the Sigma?
I mean, the Lakers are more likely to lose in the first round than they are to beat the OKC Thunder. I'm just being honest.
Lakers in 5.
I mean, Shea's the best player this year in any of the series he's gonna be in, unless they face the Nugget. Did I talk about?
This isn't correct.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
LeBron!
Yeah. I mean, I know you're joking, but yeah, no.
No, I'm not.
All right, let's just talk finals.
LeBron,
Okay, so So I have Thunder versus Celtics. I'll just get my prediction out of the
Lakers,
way.
Cavs.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say Thunder in 7. I do think I'm hopeful that we do get a 7-game series. I think if I can't do this, man. Like what? I'm sorry you didn't get your sleep. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay. Like I'm going to fucking sedate you with it. With like
I
want to
be sedated.
You know what? Okay.
Okay.
Fuck my predictions,
I
man.
wanna
No one
be
wants to hear
sedated.
analysis. No one wants to hear. No one wants to hear about X's and O's and shit. Matthew, Lakers versus Celtics. Go crazy. Go fucking wild. Say whatever. Say that LeBron's
It's
gonna
Lakers
like
versus
average
Cavs,
100.
first of all.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You could
Who
say
cares?
Cavs, Labs, Travs, Lakers in 5.
That's great. Okay. Do we even want to do awards?
You could say Donovan Mitchell.
Do we even
I'm
want?
getting tickled. Boy, what a pickle. Lakers in 5.
Okay. Do we even want?
Yes.
Do we actually want to talk about awards? You
Uh,
don't seem to want to talk about.
I want to
anything
talk
right
about
now.
awards. Yes, I don't want to do
For real.
all NBA teams because I don't have it off the top of my head. So yes, MVP Shea, defensive player. Who was I gonna pick? Fuck. Oh, defensive player Mobley, 6-man Ty Jerome, most improved Norm Powell, clutch player of the year. I don't care. That award sucks, so I don't care.
Okay. I mean, I think also Shay. We talked about in our last episode. Actually, did people ever actually see that part of it? Because I think we might have talked about that in the teams tier list we did, but that got like scrapped. because the
Yeah, that
recording
got
was-
scrapped. Nobody saw that.
Yeah, so I guess they haven't heard. So I'll just briefly give the Shea MVP argument where we both are in favor of that. I get like Jokic is doing crazy stuff. I get that, but at the same time, can you calm down, please? All right. I'm trying to tell these people why they're wrong and stupid. You like that, don't you? You want them to know that, don't you? Okay.
Cheers.
So, Jokic, everyone's like mad about like Jokic averaging like a 30-point triple double and like not winning the MVP.
Actually, it's like a 28-point triple double.
I think it's close enough to 30, but it's kind of irrelevant because here's the thing: like, if it weren't for Shea, I'd understand why like okay we could just give the MVP to like a 4 seed or whatever, but like Shea is literally playing on a. If I told anyone, like, just in any given year, that a guy would average, like, 32, they'd be, like, a great defensive player, they would lead their team to 70 wins, and they would do it while missing one of their, like, best 2 teammates in Chet for, like, most of the year, there's no way you would tell me that's not, like, a unanimous MVP.
Okay, also, serious you want a serious basketball take?
Yes,
Shea
please.
Gilgeous is doing things offensively that have only ever been done by Michael Jordan and James Harden in the history of the NBA, and he's winning more than Harden ever did, and he's like 68 wins.
That's just
he's literally
true.
just statistically speaking, the only other players who have come close to this are guards who have come to this level are fucking James Harden and LeBron or Michael Jordan.
Like if you factor in like the defensive stats too, like
and
the blocks and the steals, like Michael Jordan's the only one who has done that like statistical performance ever. So, and I think it's just a phenomenon where like people will like see these players hit this all-time great peak, but they just refuse to like acknowledge it until a ring comes with it. That's why I think there is going to be a ring that for the Thunder this year, just because Shea, he has a play style that like goes very good with like the playoffs.
He's just a free throw merchant.
People think that like Shea getting like 2 less foul calls a game is gonna like change anything. I'll tell you what, I'd much rather have a guy like Shea who just attacks the basket constantly and like gets easy looks at the paint, gets like a consistent amount of like fouls drawn. That's gonna be way more like replicatable than someone like Tatum, for instance, who takes a lot of like high volume 3-point jump shots when they're falling. Obviously, he's great, but when they're not, it's like you better hope the team's gonna bail him out. And with Shea, that's not really a factor. Like, if Shea's not hitting from 3, he's probably still giving you 30.
Also, to all the dumb bitches on Instagram who are like, he's averaging a triple double. The only 3 players in the league who ever done this. So how can he not be the MVP? So basically, you're saying that Russell Westbrook is like a 4-time MVP. If your argument is that because he's averaging a triple double, he deserves the MVP, you can eat a ball sack. You're so stupid.
And
that's actually like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
And like winning isn't everything, but it does matter. Like if the Nuggets were like even like a 60-win team, I could probably overlook like the gap in winning. But it's not like a small gap. Like it's not like Shea is like ahead by a few games and we're like just giving it to him because he's like the default best player on the best team. The Thunder are winning almost 20 more games than the Nuggets. That is a ridiculous gap in the winning. That gap in winning is bigger than the statistical gap for me, and that's why I'm picking Shea. Because Shea carries that offense, by the way. When Shea is sitting, the Thunder are still a good enough defense, but
they're mid, bro. Plus,
their offense is terrible.
Their
offense is like bottom
Shea's on-off numbers are insane. I don't remember them off the top of my head. But, like, yeah. Because people are like, oh, but the Thunder have a lot of really good players. But it's like, they all need Shea.
Yeah, like Jalen Williams is great. He can't run an offense.
He's not running an offense. He's not a ball handler.
We've seen the numbers with him without Shea.
And neither is Chet, bro. Chet is not. Shea's not running an offense.
And again, he hasn't even been there for most of the year. And Shea still was like, dude, they were winning games with like, like J-Dub play in center at like 6'5",
Because the Shea Gilgis motherfucking Alexander.
Defensive player, I agree with Evan Mobley.
The Draymond
You
conversation.
want to finish your like Draymond?
We already. I mean, no. It was the Draymond has had 20 good games, and now everyone's like, "Oh my God, he's got to be defensive player."
Do you think
the
Draymond's
year.
even in this conversation if he didn't like specifically ask to be?
I don't know.
Because he was like campaigning for it.
Yeah, I don't.
Before he did,
Nobody
he really
cares.
wasn't anywhere near this.
Like, who is voting for? It is the year of our Lord 2025, and you're gonna vote Draymond Green for defensive player of the fucking year? Are you serious? Evan Mobley's right, dude. I would vote for Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson, or Dyson Daniels all before Draymond Green, and I'm sure there are more. You know what, dude? Like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's not that good.
And it sucks too, because I don't like Draymond as a like.
You fucking
just as a
dickhead.
person, he annoys me.
Yeah,
Like
he's
I
a
don't
dick.
think there's any play. I'm probably if I'm picking one player I hate the most in the league, it's Draymond.
Personality wise, I hate
Yeah,
Draymond.
personality wise, he's just so fucking. He's like it's like Dennis Rodman, but if like Dennis Rodman was like not at all self-aware that he was supposed to be the villain, right? Like
Dennis Rodman if he wasn't like gay or whatever.
no, because like when
Straight
because
Dennis
like
Rodman.
I get there's like players who have
Straight
been
men have no self-awareness.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
straight
Draymond was fruitier.
because being
he'd
straight is kind of gay nowadays. You know, it's kind of flipped the script.
No, but like it's like there's something cool about being like sort of a menace when you're like play into it, like Dennis Rodman or something. But Draymond Green, it's so annoying because he'll do shit. He'll like kick someone in the balls or like elbow them in the head, and then he'll like turn around and start whining. Like,
doing
exactly. He's like, I don't know.
Shut your dumb ass up, Draymond.
Like, I don't know why people.
Dennis would, at least you gotta respect Dennis. He'd kick somebody if he kicks someone in the balls. He'd be like, yeah. That bitch deserves it.
Yeah, he gets like suspended for like 2 games. He's not like crying. He's like, I'd do it again. Like, and there's like, hey, you kind of gotta respect it a little bit, even if he is like crazy in the head, you know. But Draymond will just whine and complain and act like he's the victim after he like assaults someone on the court. It's ridiculous. 6th man of the year.
It's Ty Jerome.
I mean, Peyton Pritchard's gonna win it. I don't even think it's a bad pick.
Dude, Ty Jerome's putting up like the same production in 10 less minutes. We've been over this. Ty Jerome's playing 19 minutes a game, and he's averaging basically the same numbers.
And his team's winning more.
And his
too,
team
so
is
I feel
better. Like this Peyton
Yeah, you're
Pritchard
right.
nonsense. Fuck you, Peyton Pritchard. Okay, it's not his fault. I'm sorry. But like, no.
Sorry, Peyton. Celtics hate. You know, you're just gonna catch these strays.
Yeah, maybe play for a team that's not Dookie butt cheek.
One thing
Racist.
you did say, Norman Powell for most improved. He actually can't win it. He doesn't meet the game.
Oh, are you fucking
I think Dyson Daniels.
Dyson Daniels then is probably Dyson Daniels.
And
is
it looks like he's going to. For a while, Cade was in the lead.
Boring.
Well, first, I don't even think Cade was more improved than Dyson because he was already really good. Like he was already playing at basically a star level. Now he's
I
playing
don't
at
like
a
I don't like when it goes to
near
like a guy
superstar
who's
level.
like goes from star to better star. Like that's so boring.
I didn't know if
It's like-
Dyson Daniels was gonna get like consistent rotation minutes this year, and he's been the Hawks' like second best player for most of the year. I guess if Jalen Johnson's playing, you could argue
He's the
third.
best guard defender in the league.
Yeah,
It's not
best
even
guard
close.
defender in the league. Like he's been awesome. He's been, I mean, like they traded him for DeJounte Murray, or the Pelicans traded him and picks for DeJounte Murray, which is, oof, man. Like
yeah, that fucking.
even if it was just straight up,
that is
even if they were
bad.
like the same age,
That is bad.
even like we can ignore that like Dyson Daniels is like in his early 20s and DeJounte Murray is very much
What is
not.
he? 30, 29?
I think he's pushing 30 or something like that. And like,
Blah, blah,
oh
blah.
man, tore his Achilles. That sucks. But even if he didn't, like Dyson Daniels is better today, and he's like significantly younger, and you got picks for him, which is kind of amazing for the Hawks. Like I thought like once they traded for him and he just didn't turn out to be as good as they thought, that they were kind of like just screwed there. Like they just wasted those 3 picks. But like credit to them, they were able to turn around and trade him for an offer that basically makes it worth it. Like if they get Dyson Daniels,
Yeah, it's worth it.
and most of those picks back. So
yeah,
Hawks. I just wish that they weren't so mid. Otherwise, I kind of hope Trey just gets like traded this year so they can like start something new with this
please
core.
get Trey out of.
Because I'm excited to see what like a rebuild around like Dyson, Jalen Johnson, Reese Shea could be.
Get Trey out of Atlanta, please.
Trey's just not on their timeline.
It's been time to get Trey out of Atlanta for like 3 years.
What other awards did you say? I know you said you just brushed past clutch player.
I don't even know who is like in the running for it. I think it's such a fucking
like
stupid
Jalen Brunson.
award.
I don't know. I don't care.
Cool. Give it to Jalen Brunson. I don't.
You know what they
care.
need? I think they should just get rid of the clutch player award. No one cares. Comeback player.
Yeah, we've discussed this. We've mentioned this today.
Did we discuss this on the one that they?
It might have been on the team one. I don't. Yeah, comeback player of the year is so much better than clutch player of the year.
Football does it. They should just do it. Because like that Derrick Rose season where he like was almost out of the league, and then he had that 50-point game against the
or maybe like
with the Timberwolves.
Yeah,
like that. Like I'd love to see guys get award for stuff like that. Who would it be this year? Darius Garland, maybe. I mean, he was really bad last year.
Yeah, Darius Garland. I don't know if you could even put Norm Powell there, but that's more most.
Well, Norm Powell would be like most improved territory. He was never this good.
Yeah. We could do. What about like a reverse comeback player of the year? Would be like Lauri Markkanen.
Like just disappointment of the year.
Disappointing player of the year.
I mean, I don't know. Lauri Markkanen, I feel like has just quietly like fizzled out. Maybe due in part to just being on the Jazz. I don't know. I never thought he was like that amazing.
The Jazz, more like the Az.
Ooh, I guess. Okay, let's wrap this up. But for the last segment, I just want to talk about this real quick. Who would you like to see get Cooper Flag? Now that we know who's gonna be in
not Philadelphia. I will be so mad if Philadelphia gets him.
I mean, I don't know, like Cooper Flag,
him with LaMelo in Charlotte would be cool. No, I don't want the 76ers to get him because they don't deserve it.
That's fair.
Like, they just, they're not... I don't want to see them, like, what do they call it?
Philly fans happy?
Fall their way to the top or whatever. What do they call it?
Failing
upwards. Like, I don't want to see that.
That's the whole process, baby. That's the process.
Yeah, I would like... I mean, LaMelo and Cooper could be fun in Charlotte.
That could be fun. I just don't know if I trust Charlotte to not fuck that up, though.
I don't trust Charlotte to not fuck anything up.
That's
I don't
true.
trust them to get out of bed in the morning without hurting themselves.
There is a world, I think, that the Spurs get him.
Oh,
and that's terrifying.
Hell yeah. Oh, I'm all for that.
But I almost kind of want to
Yes, please.
I mean, with stuff like that, it's like, well, it's not my conference. I don't care,
Yeah.
Although, I guess if the, Pacers, like, made the finals one day and they run into, like, Wemby and prime, like, Cooper Flag, I'd be like, shit. Dude, that'd be, like, the best defense ever, though. Like, no one is scoring on that. Stephon Castle, too, at the guard.
My boy. Oh, wait, we didn't do Rookie of the Year.
Oh, yeah, Rookie of the Year. That's actually a pretty interesting one. I think Stephon Castle should win.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
It's him or Reese Shea probably. And
yeah, Reese Shea's been pretty good. Stephon Castle's been great defensively. His offensive numbers have been meh, but no one's offensive numbers have been great.
No, the thing is, I put more, like, if a rookie comes in good on defense and with mid offense, like, I'd rather have that than come in, like, being able to score and not being able to play defense. Rookies who can play defense are scary.
Mm-hmm.
They're scary. Like, think about, like, Jalen Suggs.
And I do want to, like, quickly touch on, a lot of people have been sort of, obviously a lot of, like, talk about how this draft class is, like, not super strong. And it's not compared to ones we've gotten in recent years. I do think it's a little overblown. I don't think this is, like, a 2000s, like,
it's
level
not, it's
crappy
like,
draft class. And I do think there are guys.
There's just no
star.
There's just no big.
There's no, like, big star yet, but I think someone is going to emerge. Like,
somebody will be, like, I think Stephon Castle will make a couple all-star teams. Reese Shea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Reza Shea, I think. Sar, honestly, like, the offense
Sarr
is
has
rough,
been good,
but the defense is good, and
Sarr's been
I
good.
think he can develop into a Jaren Jackson type of guy who, like, makes an all-star team or two. Like, I do Jared McCain, in the short glimpses we got, flash, like, some go-to scoring stuff. I think there are, like, guys. It would not surprise me at all if they made an all-star team. So I do think people are a little quick to label this as, like, garbage. People did that with, like, 2022. It wasn't, like, the same amount of, like, discourse around
Yeah,
how bad
there's
it
just
was.
no Wemby. It's coming. I
But,
think it's
like-
a Wemby
but, like,
hangover, honestly.
Maybe.
Because like we don't.
Well, and it was that way with, like, 2022. Like, we were coming off of, like, Luka, Zion, Ja, like, Trey.
Yeah.
And then, like, people thought 2020 was going to suck. And even, like, a few years in, they were saying, like, it's a weak draft class. And now we have, like, Ant, who's, like, a superstar. We have Tyrese Halliburton. Him.
We have James Wiseman.
Hey, we don't talk about that. I do think that was a poorly scouted draft class, and a lot of that has to do with the pandemic.
It was a COVID year.
Yeah,
It was
like,
tough.
it was hard to scout, and that's why I think there was a lot of busts, like, in the top 10.
Bust.
But, Desmond Bain was great. Tyrese Maxey. Stop doing that. LaMelo goes crazy when he's healthy. But yeah. Anyway.
Melo's gonna lose his foot too.
Well, at least he's got that one leg jumper, so if anything happens, but no, probably not.
Okay.
Not anytime soon, I don't think.
Oh, also on a
Unless he keeps driving the way he does.
on a sad, serious note, Greg Popovich had another medical incident on